ilaw ng tahanan, na ang ibig sabihin ay siyang nananatili at namamahala sa tahanan. Ang ama naman ang haligi, na ang ibig sabihin nito ay tagapag-uwi ng ikabubuhay. Ngunit dahil sa takbo ng pamumuhay ngayon, nangangailangan na ring maghanap buhay ang maraming mga ina. Ilan pa nga sa kanila ay nangingibang bansa. Ang ilan nga rito ay nagkakaroon ng suliranin sa kanilang pagbabalik sa Pilipinas dahil sa nagnanais pa rin silang kumita ng pera. Ang Development Action for Women Network o DAWN ay isang non-government organization na nagsimula noong February 6, 1996. Isinusulong nila ang tatlong programa. Isa na rito ang social service, alternative livelihood at research and advocacy na naglalayong magkaroon ng pagkakapantay-pantay ang kalalakihan at kababaihan na mabigyan ng parehas na oportunidad sa lipunan. Isa sa mga programa ng DAWN para sa pangkabuhayan ay ang Sikap Buhay o tinatawag nilang Sikhay na nagpoproklama ng sariling sikap para sa kinabukasan at mabigyan ng pangkabuhayan ang mga kababaihan sa pamamagitan ng mga programa at serbisyo na makatutulong sa kanila at sa kanilang pamilya. Ang programang ito ay ilan lamang sa maraming pagtulong ng DAWN para sa pangkabuhayan ng kababaihan sa pagtulong sa pag-unlad sa lipunan. APRUB sa amin ang organisasyong ito. Ako si Jel Miranda.
Alright, lagi naman tayo excited sa ating palatuntunan, no? Pero extra excited ako today because joining us is a good friend of mine. Kilala na natin kung gaano kasidhi ang ganyang pagpupursige na maiangat ang pamumuhay ng ating mga kababayan, particularly mga kabaro natin, mga kababaihan. Please join me in welcoming Ms. Carmelita Nuki, Executive Director ng Development Action for Women Network. Mel, magandang hapon.
Thank you, Elaine, for inviting me.
I'm so happy that you're here. Kasi ilang beses na kami nagkasama, no? Nakapag-share na rin kami ng a cup of coffee and stuff like that. Marami kami ng pag-usapan na mga pangangailangan ng bansa, particularly mga kababaihan. Simulan natin, DAWN, Development Action for Women Network. What is DAWN?
Actually, yung DAWN, nung naisip namin itayo ang DAWN, parang gusto naming bigyan ng new life yung mga women. Okay. Diba, dawn is the start of a new day.
Right.
So, inisip muna namin dawn. And then, we decided to put like a meaning for D, for A, for W, and N. So, we ended up calling it Development Action for Women Network.
Yun.
Kasi gusto namin tulungan mga women na ma-develop ang sarili nila after yung kanilang naging problema sa kanilang pagtatrabaho sa ibang bansa.
Yan.
Diba, most of the women kasi, being assisted by doon ay yung sa Japan. Ang focus namin Japan. At alam naman nating lahat na nung araw, ang dami-daming women na pinapadala sa Japan, no? Simula nung early 90s, pataas ng pataas hanggang yung peak niya between 70 and 80,000 a year.
Right.
Nung 2004 and 5.
Pinapaalis natin dito para
Oo,
magtrabaho.
ito ay mga young women.
Right.
So doon decided to help the women. So yun nga, katulad nung nabanggit kanina, holistic yung approach ng doon.
Right.
Kasi when the women comes to us, they are very distressed. So we do counseling and we provide several social services. And even when they are ready, we provide skills training.
Akma talaga, no, doon. Kasi diba doon, madaling araw yan eh. O, bukang
Start of a new
liwayway.
day,
Okay, ganda, bukang liwayway. Tagalogin natin. Ibig sabihin kasi parang panibagong pag-asa, panibagong pagkakataon, and this is what you do. At yung sinabi mo, no, yung nung ipinanganak ang doon, ang target nito basically yung mga returning OFWs from Japan, na basically mga kababaihan. Kasi alam naman natin, ang trabaho sa Japan is in the entertainment side. Na pag-uwi dito, bigla silang nahihirapan because they didn't develop any particular skill.
Tsaka ang isang problema pa, the women are being trained to sing and dance.
Right.
They are called overseas performing artists, but actually in Japan, they do hostessing work. Most of them do hostessing work. And they are parang traffic, diba? They are being violated of their rights in many cases.
So, marami sa kanila, bukod pa doon sa stress ng being a regular OFW, meron pang stress doon sa work area nila at meron pang, from that, meron pang isang sector na talagang nakaranas ng pang-aabuso.
And besides, yung part of their work in Japan is yung going out on dates with the customers.
Right.
no? Ang tawag nila doon ay dohan. So, in going out with the customers, siyempre sabi nila, first, second date, parang they go out to have lunch or dinner or go shopping. Pero most of the women tell us na after the second or third date, siyempre the men expect something more.
Mataas na ang
no?
expectation.
So, a lot of these women, because of yung frequency of going out with men, they develop relationship with the men.
Right.
And most of the men are married.
Okay.
No? They have Japanese families. Pero itong mga men na to, they promise our women marriage.
Right.
But because of their status, they could not get married with our women.
So,
So
nadidihati
now
yung mga
our women
kababaihan
are left
natin.
with their children.
Right.
Although there are some cases where there is there is a marriage, no?
Right,
Pero very few cases.
Pero
lang.
actually, hindi yun ang nangangailangan ng tulong. Nangangailangan ng tulong itong...
Whether they are legally married or not, they are now abandoned, no?
okay.
By their fathers
So,
or
ito
the
yung
partners.
comes under the nurturing care of Don. Kanina sabi mo, Miss Mel, ay holistic yung approach in that may counseling, no?
May counseling.
Isa kasi sa mga pagka-OFW pinag-uusapan natin kay babae, kay lalaki yan, kay maikling panahon, lalo na yung mahabang panahon nagtrabaho sa ibang bansa, yung reintegration. So, lalo na kapag ka nanggaling sa Japan or sa mga ibang bansa na yun din ang trabaho, pag uwi dito may stigma. So, kasama yan sa counseling.
Kasama sa counseling.
Okay.
At saka alam mo, yung projects namin sa Don, yung sewing, yung weaving, ito yung mga therapeutic activities.
Correct, correct.
No? So, parang kasing yung sa weaving, di ba iba-ibang threads lang yon na iwahiwalay. Pag winib mo, nagiging buo siya.
Right, yeah.
So, it's like yung life of the women, di ba? Picking up the pieces, yung broken dreams nila, broken pieces of their lives. Tapos, parang dinudugtong-dugtong ulit. So, that's why it becomes therapeutic.
Right.
Ganon din naman sa sewing, di ba? Kunyari, yung gagawa ka ng damit, yung sleeves niya, yung ano niya, di hiwalay yun, bubuin mo.
Right.
So, it's like also, di ba, parang
Parang
binubuo
picking up
mo
the
ulit ang-
pieces and, you know,
Having
putting
a
them
nila.
together. Oh, yung nakikita nyo sa ating screens, mga kaibigan, yan yung mga activities nila, no? It is true kasi, psychologically speaking, no, research proves na yung creative instinct ng isang tao, if you want to heal them, doon mo sila kuhanin. Ano ang success rate ng Don?
Before that siguro, when the women learn new skills, ibang-iba doon sa naging trabaho nila, they become very proud of the new skills.
Right.
Tapos they start to earn their own income through the new skills. So parang sabi nila, yung dating work nila, di ba, parang nawalan sila ng tiwala sa sarili nila. They lost their dignity because of yung a lot of violations. Pero ito, they're proud to be weavers, to be sewers, no? At in fact, aside from yung therapeutic activities namin, meron pa kaming theater workshops.
Really?
So through the theater workshops, they are able to share their experiences.
Right.
Tapos yung story nila. So parang therapy rin yun, di ba?
Right.
So when you tell people about your experiences, di ba, na lumuluwag din ang kalooban mo. And then they perform. In fact, our women are the ones who advocate on their issues now, no, the women and their children. Kasi dalawa yung aming groups of
The ones that
theater groups.
that were being healed before have now become the
Yeah,
healers.
they were victims when they came to us, and then they recovered, so they became survivors,
Right.
and then they are now advocates.
And they are very effective.
They are
Kasi
effective
they know
advocates,
exactly
yeah.
what
Yeah,
happened.
yeah.
Tapos yung sinabi mo kanina na some of the women think or believe that they've lost their dignity. Meron pang worse situation, they've lost themselves talaga. They don't know who they are anymore.
Tsaka alam mo ngayon, yung iba matagal na nakabalik, they still have mental
Right.
disorder
Right.
because of the experiences.
Maganda yung sinabi mo may theater group, no? Parang in a way, parang support group din siya because kayo yung, kumaga, you don't have to elaborate on certain issues, nakakaintindihan na kayo.
At saka mismong yung mga bata, halimbawa, every year kasi we go to Japan for a theater tour.
Okay.
Mga 2 weeks yun, ganon. Minsan umaabot ng mga 16 to 20 days. Yung palabas namin is about them, about their stories, about their experiences. So, people in Japan, halimbawa, especially yung Filipinos and the other Japanese people, naririnig nila from the children themselves.
Right.
Yung experiences at saka yung situation nila.
Okay.
So it's very effective. May mga dialogue sila in Japanese, may Tagalog, may English. Pero yung audience, parang intinding-intindi nila. They, especially Japanese audience, umiiyak din sila when they hear the lines of the children.
The story
The
itself.
stories, yeah.
Pinanggit mo yung mga kabataan, no? I suppose ito yung marami dito yung mga anak ng hapon din at anak ng women na nanggaling sa Japan before. At yan ang ating pag-uusapan, but we have to take a short break. We'll be right back.